Even when you forget, even if you forget every moment of every day, we're right here. It doesn't matter. You don't have to remember because we're still going to be right here and we're still going to be supporting you and guiding you. Oh my God. Day 18. And man, I said I would show up every day for 30 days on video, although I did forget about day 17, so I repeated it yesterday. But I did make a promise to show up authentically no matter what, even if I didn't feel like it, even if I didn't look like it, even any of those things. It was just about making a commitment to myself, and along the way, maybe adding some value, hopefully, to, or some insight or some positivity to one person's journey out there, because God knows who will ever end up watching all 30 days. But in honor of my promise to myself, I'm showing up. Day 18, this is what you get. Because apparently I forget to do these early in the day. So most of these 30 days have ended up being in my bed at night before I go to bed, and I'm tired. I never thought I would say this, but I'm not a nighttime person anymore. I'm a morning person. I enjoy getting up early. I have so much energy and creativity flowing in the morning. I'm like the first until like 6, 7 to 12. Oh my gosh. And then usually about 1, I'm done for the day. Just saying. It just is. And I'm learning to be more and more and more okay with that, because what my schedule is, what my days are, cannot and will not be determined by anybody else's except for me. And I'm so coming to terms with that finally in my life, and learning to accept those pieces of me that doesn't like busy, busy, busy all day, that I just love calm and easy and flow and ease. Of course, that's why I keep getting the Shakti pot of seahorse in my oracle card readings a lot, because it's all about just being slow and calm and calling things to you instead of chasing things. And anyway, so I do these videos and I'm so tired and don't have any valuable insight usually to offer. So I apologize for that. I had a just a funny day today. I keep telling you guys in all these 30-day videos, if you've watched them, maybe this is your first one watching and you're like seeing this video and me for the first time and you're like, who the hell is this person? If you have, I highly recommend you go watch the previous ones. But I always say there is never a dull day in my life. When you are committed to a spiritual journey and committed to a spiritual path, it's never boring. That's for certain. It's never boring. And when I talk about being on a spiritual journey, I don't mean like I want to manifest a new car, which no judgment. That's oh, yeah, some days I wish I could just be as simple as just let's manifest a new car. But for some reason my soul has decided that when I make a decision about something, I don't just like dip my toe in, I dive in head first all the way. So I decided in this lifetime to make a commitment to spiritual mastery, which have only been reminded since I asked for mastery a few months ago, of all the ways, the many thousands of ways I'm not anywhere near mastery. However, I do practice every single day in every moment, not just in meditations. In fact, lately, I do meditation about every other day. I have my spiritual practice that I do every morning, but I have made my day into a waking meditation and into an opportunity to be more conscious and aware and be consciousness and see from that place instead of the personality, the identity, the ego. And let me tell you, some days it's literally a minute to minute, second to second, I'm letting go of thoughts, letting go of thoughts, letting go of thoughts, letting go of being in the future, letting go of being in the future, letting go of something my ego wants to hold on to. And it's an arduous journey, but it's worth it for me. to and suffering in my life, basically, to not be dependent upon needing things to happen in my outer world for me to feel peace, love, open heart, joy, fulfillment, ecstatic, creativity, passion. I am just determined to not live a life that is only determined by my outer world. I want to access and tap into that state constantly. So it is a flow that's moving through me while obviously still being the observer. And of course, there's going to be my human self, our egos don't go away. It's why we're here. So experiencing that while being able to maintain the observer's perspective. And instead of needing to chase after all the things, I want to chase after the one thing, which is inside of me, that will keep that stream open. So being on that path is never a dull moment. And something that I was reminded of today, my piece of value that I want to add to you guys today is, man, every single time I ask, show me a sign or give me something, I'm struggling and I need something. This happened to me yesterday or the day before. And in the morning, I was going through my spiritual practice that I do. And one of the exercises in that is I pull an oracle tarot card for myself. And I hold the deck to my heart. And sometimes I just say, what message do you have for me today? Sometimes I ask a question. And this day it was very specific. And it was around money. And I just said, I hand my life over to you. I am on this spiritual journey. I'm committed to knowing myself as God, and I'm committed to this journey. And I need I'm operating in a 3-dimensional reality, and they use money as a means of exchange in this dimension. And so I could really use some help there, or at least guiding me or directing me. And of course, like 3 different things happened that day. And of course it was like, we're right here. We're taking care. You're always taken care of. But here's the thing. The message is not just that. The message is to pay attention when those things happen. It's so easily we miss these signs all the time because we're not paying attention to them, or we take them for granted and we think they're just a coincidence. But I'm telling you, like, pay attention to the littlest things. The other night, Scott and I were eating at a restaurant, and all of a sudden we ordered a drink, and the bartender was like, oh, that guy back there paid for those for you guys. And I looked back, it was an older gentleman. She said he just does it for people. And I was just like, thank you, guy, but thank you who you really are, guy, and thank you, universe, because there's just always those little signs there of, like, we got you. Like, even just when people randomly send me a text message or a Facebook message and just say, thank you for sharing your inspiration today. It really helped me. Oh my God. It just means the world to me, because it could be challenging some days showing up when you don't want to. But I know that it's helping someone, just like the people I listen to that help me. And that's all I can do is maybe just spark some remembrance in you, because that's, it's what people have done for me. So even just that, even the littlest things, we hear it all the time, and it's so overused, but it's overused because it's freaking true. Being grateful for things will bring more good things. It just will. It's simple. Be grateful and be thankful. That's it. Just wake up every day and write 5 things down you're grateful for. I'm telling you, just that, things will shift in your life. Just that. Just write down 5 things every morning that you're grateful for. Specifically, not my kid, my dog, like the way a new bottle of wine, I love really good wine, the way a new bottle of wine tastes in my mouth, the way the sun hits my skin when I'm cold. I mean, that. Just do that. Your life will start to change. So that's it. Actually ended up being longer than I thought it would. You got 10 minutes out of me tonight, and I am ready for bed. So, day 18, I love you all so much. Thank you for listening to my ramblings and being a part of this 30-day journey with me. Even though you're not here live, doesn't matter, because in the quantum, there's no time and space. So, with that being said, I will see you tomorrow on day 19. Day 19. And I'm filming this before bed, since the last 5 days have been for bed. But we are on our first Joni little trek. Let's see. We're taking Joni out for the first time in 2 years. She is out on the road. He's pulling it. Look how relaxed he looks. He's pulling it. We're doing it. The first time Joni's been out on the road in 2 years. We're taking our first spin, preparing to hit the road for, I don't know how long. But yeah, pretty cool, right? Day 19. Day 20. Well, actually, today should have been day 21. Yesterday should have been day 20. But for the second time, I forgot to record a video. So I am going to stick with 30 days, no matter if it's not in order or not. So today would be day 20. And I'm not coming to you from bed, even though it probably looks like it, but I am coming to you from my sacred closet this morning, where my altar is and where I come to when I need to go within. Like, this is my space. This is my space. This is where I come to just go within and connect to my spirit, connect to my soul, connect to other dimensions, other realities, connect to energy. It feels like a cocoon for me after a morning and an evening that was pretty intense. Was having some amazing couple days, heart wide open, really doing great with noticing any thoughts coming and staying conscious and being present in every moment and just being in awe and just all the amazing things of why we practice spirituality, why we go on a spiritual path, to feel that connection, to feel that energy, to feel present, to feel alive, to feel feelings, to feel bliss, all of those things. And then the moment I laid down in bed last night, it was like a wall of just so much fear hit. And then, of course, I sort of woke up with it. And as I'm sure any of you know that is watching this, when that wall hits, it's intense. It's very, very, very intense. And it takes a strong fucking will to surrender to it. And that's really what I have to do now, is not try to fight it. I can't fight it anymore. I have to just surrender to it. And the more that I surrender to it, all morning I actually held space for my soul sister and my son to do a journey. And that helps, because it sort of helps me get out of the way of focusing my ego over focusing on me and my situation and what I'm going to do and all these things that create fear around money, around business, what will happen without those things? Will I end up homeless? Like, all of it. And so then when I hold space for somebody else, it helps me sort of let go of the ego-centered mind and sort of expand beyond that. But I could still feel it for sure. And I just wasn't trying to fight it, as I've done in the past and as most of us do. When something's uncomfortable, of course, it's our natural reaction to resist it. But what I just kept repeating to myself is, like, can I open my heart? Can I open my heart when everything in my body doesn't want to, when everything wants to protect and go in fear and try to figure out what to do with my mind? And knowing, like, this is what builds resiliency. This is what builds spiritual resiliency. These moments are actually what connects me deeper and deeper to my spiritual self, to my higher self, to my soul. It's not the moments that I'm feeling great. it's these moments that I feel so disconnected. I feel so alone. I feel so scared. I feel so small and weak and powerless and all of these things. And just, because of all the deep, deep, deep work I've been doing the last 4 months on surrendering the ego and surrendering the self as the ego. Not that I will ever lose the ego, but not being caught up in all its stories, watching the movie for what it is, a movie playing out, and remembering that I'm actually just watching a movie and not allowing myself to completely forget. And that's been the morning. And then, so after I held the journey for them, held the space for the journey for them, I knew I needed some time to go into my little cocoon in my closet with my altar, with where I go to connect. And oh gosh, we're so funny. I pulled a card for myself from my Oracle deck, and shit you not, I mean, I shuffled and everything else. It is the same exact card I pulled 2 days ago, which I had never pulled before 2 days ago. But I pulled it 2 days ago and I pulled it again today. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And so I decided, because, my ego was like, I want something different. So I pulled another one. And I was like, I had pulled it once, but it was like long, long time ago. And so I couldn't really remember. I'm like, that's interesting. So I read the first one that I didn't want, and I read it again. And oh my gosh, I mean, it answered every single question I had this morning. Not just questions I had, but like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I need help. I can't do this on my own, all that, and it just responded to all of that. And then the second card, even more so, like, it just made me giggle, because when our egos are in control, they think they're in control. They're so stubborn. I suppose my connection is getting stronger and stronger and outweighing that, what some would call darkness, I guess I just call separation. Because when we say darkness, it assumes something bad, and I believe light and dark are just the same thing, just on opposite poles of the stick, opposite ends of the stick, but the same pole. So I don't like to say darkness in meaning that it's bad. I guess unconsciousness, fear, doubt, those things. And maybe my connection with who I really am, and remembering that it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger, so that these fears and these doubts don't last as long. And the cards were just like, oh, you're so cute. Even when you forget, even if you forget every moment of every day, we're right here. It doesn't matter. You don't have to remember, because we're still going to be right here, and we're still going to be supporting you and guiding you no matter what. And all you have to do is ask for help, ever. That's it. You just only have to ask, and be willing to grow, and be willing to sit in the fire. And we're right next to you. Always. Always. So, day 20, you get me halfway through the day instead of in the evening. 10 days left. I haven't even posted one video of this video diary yet, so we'll see when I get to the end. But I'll see you tomorrow, day 21.